Fallout Fanatics to the next episode of Let's Build a Settlement or something here in 88 Tech Vault something. Alright, so yes, we are back in the big room. I think I said in the last video that I was going to be mostly working down in the, I don't know, uranium mine, quarry, whatever you want to call it. But things have changed. And it's just because I don't know what I want to do completely yet with that section. So, we are going to work in here while I continue to brainstorm. And I also have some neat ideas for this elevator location. Starting with, turning off our snapping, Snoodle, and getting my elevator in place. Excellent. And yeah, so my whole plan, as I've been discussing with the fact that this only goes up 4 high, is that we're going to do some like exclusive stuff here. So for level 5 here, this one only goes up to level 4. For level 5, you can take the elevator up to level 4, and then we're going to put another elevator way back here that is exclusive only to go up to level 5. Which is going to be like the quote-unquote overseer's office, essentially. So that's going to be like a private access elevator. That's my plan. Yeah, we got to get power to this bad boy. Requires 5, and I don't want anything noisy, so we're going to have to kind of get creative here. Let's start with, I don't know, home wrecker. Let's check our power generate whores here. We need something, like I said, that doesn't really make any noise. That produces 45. Yeah, that makes noise, so yeah, my face. Let's check CVC. I might even put together like 5 of those battery things just to get something quiet. We'll see. No. And of course, I don't really remember where they are. Here. There we go. Oh, they produced 2, so we only need 3. Alright, so yeah, let's get 1. Ah, they snap to each other. That's interesting. Let's make 3. Let's connect all of these in sequence. And get that. Ooh, that gets really ugly with the wire. Okay. Oh. Okay. So let's remove a section of floor for the moment. Let's put that there. And let's connect one of these bad boys to that. Really? Ah, okay. Let's do this all the hard way, apparently. Now, can I do it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. We're gonna tuck that guy down in there. We're gonna boom and boom. I'm not too worried about that wire there. Now we've done that. We have our power! And it is hidden. Now we're gonna make this a fancy schmancy elevator shaft. I want to try to keep the design of the other one that's glass so that we can actually see out this way. And I'm thinking the sides maybe not glass. We'll try to hide some of this maybe or something. Ooh. Actually no, that doesn't matter because there's buttons on both sides, right? Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, how are we going to do that? We're going to use S.O.E, I believe. That's what I'd be looking for. We're going to S.O.E, glass walls, and let's see, what do we have? Interesting. We got the thick boys. Of course, there's different styles too. I mean, we got something like that that is sort of see-through. So let's play around. Let's use a couple of different ones. Put that one there. We're gonna go to the regular dudes. And maybe we'll throw one of these up here. Obviously, I'm not going to like go back and forth with these. I just want to see how it looks when you're in there going up and down. That is interesting. That could be a thing. Oh, and these don't stack. That can make life really hard. Okay. So now we've got some... Oh, duh, there's one right in front of me. Actually, I might take that bottom one out. This way you can come in from either way. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that one. Next. Regular glass seems okay. The other ones are kind of... eh. Ooh, I definitely don't like the green one. Okay. So I'm thinking regular see-through glass. Would be kind of fun. And we're going to take out the bottom one, of course. For now, we're just going to do that while I try to decide what I'm doing here. Containment walls. Oh. Interesting. Fun, but not quite what I'm looking for. These are cool. We're actually going to use some of these at some point. They're glass walls that have, like, the camera animations and whatnot built into them. We actually have that one there. That focuses through all the cameras, or at least moves them around anyway. So, at some point, yeah, we'll be using stuff like that. Alright, let's get rid of all of this. While we decide. We do have the door walls, which actually... Get rid of that guy. Put that guy. That's going to be our elevator doors. Both top and bottom. Ooh, actually, I'm going to need that for like each floor now that I'm thinking about it. At least for the back sides, anyway. For the front. Ooh. That's going to block our butt. So we're going to have to finagle those. Just now realizing that. This is going to have to go like way the heck back. This is going to get funky. Alright. So, actually, no, let's leave that back on while we figure this out. Because the front here is definitely going to have to be all regular glass walls. And these aren't going to work out. So let's do this to start so we can build up the front. The look we're looking for. Double check, make sure that... Yeah, that gets short. And there's no half walls on these, I don't believe. At least not in the direction we want. Of course, we do have the round guys. This is going to be up. All of them have a border, too. Son of a monkey. Oh, wait, we do. We're there. Well, that's... No. That's an angle. Dang. It's not working out the way I was hoping. Let's see. That's mainly because these are all, yeah, not the same heights as that. Shoot. Really hoping, yeah, see, we have that. We up them. Up and at them. One interwebs, if you know that. Alright, so we have these gaps now that we gotta fill with something. We gotta figure something out. For now, we're just gonna leave that like that. And we can actually take that guy out. And let's see, we have partition walls. Small. We might have to put something different in there. Some sort of short boy filler. And we want to do some kind of fancy something. Now, one of the problems we're going to run into, though, with using these is that we're going to have to put the button through the glass. Not crazy about. Just so we can get to the buttons, because unfortunately there's no, like, exterior button. Yeah, so now if we come over here, and we go to open our doors, kind of like magic, you know, it goes out, which is cool and all, but you can only get to the buttons by going through them. And then they go out way far too, so they're like glitching into everything. This is not turning out as nice as I was hoping, unfortunately. We might have to use some regular elevator door stiff. Alright. Well, live and learn, you know. Nothing's perfect. Certainly not me. Okay, let's see. We have miscellaneous. Those could sort of play filler. Let's go ahead and just play around with that for the moment. See how those look. Don't love it, don't hate it. Do we have any side borders and angles? We might have to change that. Son of a gun. Yeah, I had this big grand idea, and of course I never tested it, so don't really have this worked out 100%. Okay, so these are like laser doors. I don't want laser doors. Yeah, I would want something like that. Okay, so let's put this guy down. Snap it in place first. Maybe we won't have glass elevators after all. Okay, yeah. Let's take it and push it back till you can see the button. Not bad, not bad. Doors open. Okay, that might be our wiener. Then we can still get to the button now. I'm gonna send you to the third floor. I just wish these auto close. That would be great. Down comes the elevator. Open. Door close. Up we go. Like, that looks so cool, like being able to watch it as you're going up. But this ain't exactly working the way I'd hoped. Same goes for, for our doors. Shoot! And I mean, we definitely got to leave the front completely closed off, except for that front door, so... Okay! Yeah, I wasn't expecting to spend this much time on this. I was basically thinking this was going to be quick and simple. But of course I should have known better. So, get rid of all those. I get the top one. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see. Light balls. Those are fun. We can just turn on our snapping, see if we can get that to do something like that. Of course, now we don't want that button to be visible. So, let's see, what else we have? Blue or something. Maybe we'll do that. Alright, so we're going to need a section of floor to fix this real quick. Alright, so let's... Yeah, we're going to get rid of that altogether. Put a section of floor in... What? Ugh. That's the wrong spot. Yeah, what else is new? Okay. And... There we go. That faces the wrong way. We want the lights to face out. Come on. There we go. No. There we go. Of course, it wants to snap to everything except for the spot that I want it to snap to. Now it wants to snap to the... Okay, let's try taking that guy out. Hey, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Then we got that gap there. So I wonder if we can up this guy to close that gap. And no, we cannot. And now we broke that too. So we're gonna have little gaps that we're gonna have to try to finagle here. A little bit more. Okay. Push the button. Push the button. Cool. Okay. I would have thought an elevator would be so much trouble. And yeah, we'll have to fix our rails on all those spots there. Alright. Now. This, of course, is not going to work the way we want it to. We're going to end up with an unsightly gap, there at the top. Of course, that makes everything kind of uneven. Not the end of the world. But of course, we'd want to do this to completely enclose it. We don't need to see the sides, y'all. Oop, that's not gonna be good. This is over a bit. We'll have to fix that. We'll just kind of oop it. Good. Not good. Oop. Good. Mostly good. Okay. I can live with that, I suppose. And the backside, yeah, we'll have to do the same. Alright, let's just keep playing with this for now. I might end up just ripping this all apart and redoing it. We'll see. I had a whole big grand design, and you know, with hopefully this being see-through, I mean, maybe we could just do some window walls. Now that I'm thinking about it, that'd be kind of neat. Of course, now that I've already put everything in there, let's see what designs we have. Let's turn off our highlights so you can actually see these bad boys. Alright. That's pretty dark and grungy. That's nice and clean. I'm liking that. That's fugly. Boring. Interesting. Oh. And we're starting to get back into the other type of stuff too. Alright, let's play with quick. Yeah, see, that could be kind of fun. And then it's just these little gaps that we gotta fix. Alright. Then we gotta decide, of course, what we want to do with the sides here. If we want to have glass or walls on these too, because that could be kind of fun too. Being able to see all around you. Whoops. Okay. Turn our highlighting back on. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's put these in. Budget. Going. Oh, mental. Okay. See, you always gotta have some sort of contingency plan. I sometimes pretend to know what I'm doing here. Alright, so let's... go up. So let's see. Nice. So now why... those... oh! Because I... alright, so each one should have a little piece that we have to find a way to fill those gaps. Okay, that's not the end of the world, since we have just plain old windows that we can go in and out of. Alright, so we come on in here. Push the button. Nice! And of course, once we fill those gaps, that'll be much better. Yep. Okay. Oh, we forgot the bottom. Now, do we want to do the same on the bottom with the glass? Kind of thinking yes. So, we were doing these walls here. So, take that out. Yeah, to heck with it. Let's do it. Okay. Now, unfortunately, there is no... we do have the laser doors. That would be kind of neat. You still can't walk through them until you turn them off. Maybe. Maybe. We'll use those. 'Cause that's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. So let's get rid of that guy. We'll keep the laser dudes. Whoop! Wrong button. Nice. Now that's fancy. Alright. Now we gotta do something about that unsightly gap, and I have no idea what. Wonder how it would look if we continued the railing. Because that would kind of close that gap off. Let's do a quick save. Let's play around with this new one. Alright. Might look cheap, but it might look good. Who knows? Okay. Vault. Stairs and railings. Of course, that wants to go the wrong direction. Any of these want to snap the way I want them to? No. And we're gonna have to Put some floor sections in. That's not the end of the world. Alright, let's just grab a quick floor. Nope, 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 nope. There you go. Okay. Let's play with that. Should be able to. Should be. Really? Maybe it's because of the walls in the way. Let's try that. Hey, there we go. Alright. Of course, this is not gonna go. Okay. That's maybe doable. Let's take it and let's move up to the next floor. Because this one is definitely going to be a little off because of the way that is set up, but maybe we can make this work. Let's play around. Oh, see, there's still going to be a little bit of a gap there. Maybe we can fix... Oh, no, duh. Alright, but, see... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, okay, so, see, there is still a little bit of a gap. What if we bigger size these? Ooh. Eesh. No, never mind. Yeah, this ain't going as good as I was hoping. Of course it isn't, you know, why would it be easy? It ain't easy being cheesy. Let's see. Of course there is walls with windows. But unfortunately, I think they all have floors and whatnot attached to them. Oh, well, it's dirty. But that could potentially work if we find nice clean ones here. Those are even funnier, but that's going to be the overseer's thing. I don't think we have a clean version of that. Are we in damaged? Oh, that's why, because we're in the damaged one, you dope. Okay. I think we're going to have to change everything all over again. But that's how we figure this out. We live and learn. Alright, let's just store that guy there. Now, take that away. Let's just put that aside. Snap that to that. Now, we do have that floor section right in there. So let's see what happens if we take that out, if we have a gap. Let's yank that out. Let's put that there. How we looking? Okay. I think that's going to be the only real solution we have. Not without really messing about trying to find like the perfect pieces. I mean, we can kind of keep them on the sides if we want to, but I don't know. Not really jiving with that. Unfortunately, we're gonna get rid of that guy too. We'll need a door. Actually, there is elevator doors, but I don't see them. Let's check the other regular one here. Look at this, an entire video wasted on just trying to make an elevator. Is that wasted? Ooh, that one's got a window. Ooh, I like that. There's your sideways guy, but that's gonna go out. Yeah, so we can't be having that. Okay. Unfortunately, that is, I think, an actual elevator door. Yeah, see? Boy! Look at this bad boy. Oh! It's too visible. Oh, I just can't win with these doors. Let's push this guy in, though. Oh, wait. That's... Oh, and this doesn't even, like, fit right. Well, we can lower that. Let's see how much we have to lower that to keep that visible. Worried about R, but then of course we have a gap at the top. Of course we do. Oh, doors. Yeah. Alright, we're just going to continue on with doing all the other stuff. We're going to ditch the railings since we don't need them. That'll give us a nice cleaner look, and of course we'll have to switch those out for end pieces. So let's go. No, out of here. Back to the other one. Over here. Where am I going? Totally lost. Okay, let's finish this off. And then we'll have to try to figure out what to do with the door situation. Whoops. That's where it was supposed to be. Really? Okay, let's... Can I... No, you don't want to snap the way you're supposed to. Wow. Let's take out that guy. There we go. Okay. I think this is just going to look better anyway. It's going to be more uniform. It matches the rest of the decor. Not that the other was like that bad or anything, just, you know. We'll just have to do something to figure out the door section. I might have to actually put in some regular elevator doors or something. Okay. Just got, yeah, the top section to do. Let's get that there. We're good, we're good. Okay. And of course we're going to need a door for every level. What a pain. What a serious pain. Okay. But on the whole, not too bad. Yeah, that one up there, obviously, we've got to keep closed off so you don't fall. Alright, let's do another save real quick. Can overwrite that bad boy. And let's see, what can we do about the dang doors? And of course we need, because it wants to be difficult, an actual floor with a wall section. Alright, let's pop that out real quick. Really? Okay. No. Actually, no, this doesn't have a door built in, so we'd have to put the other door in. Okay. Holy potatoes. And of course, we still got to move this back because you get to the dang button. Okay, I'm gonna scooch that over a few little love tappies. And I didn't make a door. Oh, sure, gonna be difficult. Just barely get to the button. Can you even push it? You can. Okay. Of course, now that's all glitching through that. Holy molies. What the heck is going on here? What happened to the roof? That's weird. It's like become invisible. Whoa. Oh, cheese and crackers. Yeah. This is not as cool as I was hoping. Alright, let's grab our floor here and see if we can put this back in place. And I know... Ooh. Do something about that. Okay. Where'd you go? There you go. Okay. Do that. That a few love taps upward. Okay. But now that's really gonna mess with the rest of them. Because we don't have that thing without going to something like this, I think. Where there's like a transition for doors. That's just ugly. But no, that's not exactly what I was thinking of either. Here somewhere. Yeah, see, that's the other one. Then that's just as ugly too. Logicals. Hmm. Who would have thought this was going to be this much of a pain? Oh, crap. Yeah. I said the C word. Alright. We're going to have to think about that. While we're doing that, let's do some work up here. And we're going to need the other guys to stick with the consistency here. There we go. So let's go ahead and fill in this floor, because this is going to be where we work our way to get up to the Overseer's domicile. Or, you know, I could make the Overseer have a two-story thing, and then we won't need a second elevator, which makes it betterer. So let's see. Let's go to Overseer. Yeah, see. We need something different, because that's not going to work for us. Ooh, those floors are going to be different thickness. Son of a gun. Actually, that shouldn't be too much of a problem once we start building down below, because we'll have things like this that'll help cover some of it, I think. No, that's not. Man, vaults are so annoying. Like, why do they have to have, like, thicker and thinner walls and floors just to make my life more difficult? Shoot! Okay. So let's check the regular one, just to make sure before I go and rip this whole entire thing apart to start over. Let's see, Overseer, yeah, same thin thickness, and we don't have the floor on its own. We got the walls, but yeah. So I would have to use like hodgepodge here. I think I have vault, cafeteria, clinic, common, Overseer, and you get that same finish, but not the same thickness. Which isn't too much of a big deal for what we're trying to do here. Because like I said, in the lower ones we can always cover it up, but yeah, we don't have any of those thick floors to match the rest, so all the stuff I've built, because of these stupid things that I used, gonna muck it all up. Yeah. I don't remember having this much trouble in the past when I built these types of things. I have to think about this now. We might have to actually ditch all of these in order to change out all our floors. So I'm going to sort of plan for that. So we're going to get rid of these, just so I can continue on with what my general idea is. So let's go ahead and grab some Overseer floors. I'm just going to throw a bunch of these in. This whole section from this wall back is all Overseer territory. We're going to do 2 floors, like I said. Let's just go ahead and map this all out. Do the whole thing in this for now. I might take out certain sections to put in different types of floor. We don't know. We're just going to kind of wang it right now. And, oh, those walls are at different... Okay. That's fine. Make that work. We don't have to have this perfectly, like, rectangular. Actually, probably add a little extra character to it. Cool. Maybe in the upper floor we will. So we have, like, this neat overhang or something. Let's just finish filling that in. And we'll keep that like that. And we'll continue on this way. Cool. Alright. So now we got that. Now we're going to need some walls. So let's go back to USO Vault. We're going to stick with the whole atrium theme. And we're going to get some regular walls, which are back this way. Okay. We want... Start with that. Just go straight up. So yeah, that's gonna be our roof there. And we're gonna put in, let's see, have the door here, right by the elevator. That works. We'll put some overseer windows, maybe like that. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah. Whoops. No, we don't want to do that. We want to actually extend the overseer's upper quarters out this way, and then maybe get rid of this whole 5th level, because if I'm looking at it, we got like so much rock and stuff in the way. So maybe we'll do that. Let's get rid of all this. All that hard work we put in. Get rid of that. Maybe. Get rid of that railing. Take that. Put that there. Whoops. That's gonna be our... You're facing the wrong way. Our setup here. Let's put a floor section in just so we can fix that real quick. Why does that want to go the wrong way? Oops. Getting lost, y'all. Ah, it's a stupid elevator. Really? Why does everything have to be such a pain? Why can't it just work, Bethesda? Let's get another wall section. Let's take out the railing, y'all. Really? Why? What is up with that? There we go! Cheese and crackers. I was thinking maybe... Oh. It's in the way again. Really? Okay, there we go. Sheesh. Take that out. Let's... Okay. Jeez, crackers. Okay. Thinking maybe we'll do that, and then we can maybe have like some sort of walkout up here. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So let's get rid of all these floors. We don't need these at the moment, because this is all gonna be the same as the wood down here. And yeah, so let's just lock these in. Oops, there we go. Thinking, yeah, that's kind of what we're gonna do. Let's see how it looks from down here. Oops, in the sort of. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about this fountain is that like the water extends out so far because it's that water there, and so like as you're walking around, like this is all you see is like drink water, and it makes the splashing sound. But that's kind of cool. Yeah. And of course we'll fix the railings there and figure out our door. I think I might just leave the one that's there and then just repeat it on the other side and figure out all the ones on the back side. Yeah. We're gonna have to figure that out. So I want it to be like really dramatic up at the top. How it like extends out like that. So maybe we can even just say to heck with what I was just thinking about with having a walkout. And just having that extend out, maybe another one, and then go back in. Something along those lines. Let's put some more floor pieces in real quick before we say goodbye. Okay, overseer. And of course we'll have to, like, unfortunately probably double up on our floors, because the bottoms of these are the same textures as the top. But that there. And, oh yeah, there's not going to be anything up here, so let's just get rid of all this. That'll probably help with the look we're going for, because there's not going to be anything up here except for the overseer's office. Okay, that's good enough for now that way. Which I might even use completely different textures, because I don't like how you can see the bottom of that, and that looks like that. That just looks weird. Doesn't look right at all. So let's play around real quick. Go to SOE Institute Floors. Turn off our highlighting so we can actually see. Ooh, we got some thick boys. That might be nice. Take that out. I am kind of liking that. It's not bad. Some grass. We're actually going to be using some grass in the future. Not here, but in the park that we're going to build. Huh. Wonder if maybe we should bring out the overseer one. That. Really, you're not gonna snap to that, you son of a monkey? Oh, now you're gonna make my life difficult. Because that might be even cooler if that come out. Let's see, what if we put the floors out this way? How does that look? Let's just do that real quick. Let's have a little look-see. Let's plop on down here. Yeah, you come on out the door here and you look up, and right there is going to be the overseer window. It is very standoutish, though, compared to those floors. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any other floors I could use that'll have that same look as those. Not that it needs to, but I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you think? If I should use these floors that we got up here now, or if I should just try to use like some actual vault floors. For now, whoops, I want to move out these walls because I want to see how that's going to look. So we're going to come back into the vault. I'm going to grab regular floor because this is being a pain. It doesn't want to connect to anything but vault floors. Not even that one, really? You butt plug. Alright. Let's go into one of the thick boys. Let's try that. Really? Why do you not want to connect to the dang floors? What the fudge? What about you? You do? The wrong way, of course. That one worked. Okay. Now let's see if we can... Oh, I didn't mean to scrap that floor. Okay. No, we forgot that. Let's put the other... Ooh, do we want to do multiple windows? Or do we want to continue with that? So... See, because I really like that look. I just hate that the floor is green, and I don't think there's any other plain Jane floors I can use that don't have ceiling parts to them. Ooh, it's ugly on the bottom. We don't want that. And those are blue. And of course, everything in here has roof sections and whatnot connected to them. That's pretty cool looking, though. Overseer. And yeah, everything here's got that blue. See, like, that's what I want on the bottom, but we don't want... Well, the ceiling's not necessarily a bad thing. Of course, they're not thick boys, though. Well, neither is what's here now. Really? You're not gonna snap? Oh, for fudge sakes. We just can't win. Okay. Well, let's make that there. The nice thud. And then let's just get a floor section, because this thing is being so stupid. We'll put that guy there. Oh wait, no, that's not what I want. Take out that one. Put that one there. And we'll put this guy here. Really? Why does it not connect to its own brethren? What the heck? Ugh. You're killing me, Smalls. And it's just vault stuff. What the heck? That's kind of cool, but like that's not even. Oh, that snaps, but that's like really heavy duty. SOE. Okay, let's check this real quick. Luxury. What do we got in here? Okay, you snap. What the heck? Even the SOE doesn't want to snap. Holy potatoes. I've never seen so much trouble. Oh, and it snaps to that, of course. Yeah, because it's the other. Yeah. This won't snap to anything, right? Holy fudge. Well, those have built-in lights, too, so we don't really want that. That's just going to give us nothing but headaches. Okay. Yeah, we're not winning. We are definitely not winning here. Do I have anything here? No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, I have no words. Okay. Let's go back to... I guess. Slap that there. Or you know what? Since all this other stuff is thin, let's just put that in there. Let's just have a look at that. Okay. I'm sure there's a way for me to finagle to get these other ones to work up there. Let's see. Just regular floor on that one. How does that look on the top? Oh yeah, no, that's too not good. We got walls, we got sections. Yeah, that's the only one we have that possibly use. But of course they won't snap to each other. That might look a little weird with all those yellow corners there. Well, let's just put that there for now. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the metal look better than the other one. And like I said, I think I can finagle this to make this work the way I want it to. And I'm not so worried about all of this in here because, like I said, all the lower floors are going to cover all of this hidden and hide all this, I should say. So that's not a big deal, but for having this section here, I'm stuck because of the railing, revealed, I'm thinking that's going to look much better. Wow. Yeah. So I think we're going to go with the metal look. I'll have to, in the next video, try to get that to work the way we want it to. We might use a set of stairs to make this happen. I think the stairs should connect. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, live and learn. I mean, this is how we build these amazing things, by figuring out what works and what doesn't. Cool. All right. On that final disaster of a note, we are going to call this episode over. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.